wishing you most and more. The most fundamental thing about doing well in your exams has to do with your confidence. And I want you to build this confidence believing the series of examinations that you're going to face just ahead of you right now is just another milestone in the long journey of your life. Take this from me. Confidence is derived out of this thought process that you believe that you are going to make it very big in life, and the current series of examinations is just another step in that journey. Independent of how extraordinarily well you do in your exams, or you fall a little short of your expectations, this is just one more milestone you are going to cross, and you got to believe you are going to make it very big in life. Once the larger picture gives you that confidence, then directing that confidence towards this immediate challenge of examination is just another step that you need to take. So first approach it with unflinching confidence. 2, I know you're going to hear from all your teachers that you need to think positive. Now the big question is, how do I think positive? One of the things that we teach even adults is operate out of desire to gain rather than fear of loss. What do I mean by fear of loss? Let me first explain the negative and then come to the positive. What if the question comes in the exam for which I have not prepared? That's fear of loss. What if I forget the answer which I have prepared very well, but suppose I cannot recall it, I cannot remember it during the exam, then what happens? Fear of loss. What happens in case I end up making a careless mistake? Fear of loss. Shun these thoughts. Now, how do you shun these thoughts? You cannot drop a negative thought by decision that I will not think negative. You drop a negative thought by picking up the positive thoughts born out of desire to gain. I want you to believe this particular question which I have prepared very well for is coming in the exam. That is desire for gain. I want you to believe what I have not 100% prepared for is not going to be there in the question paper. Desire for gain. I want you to believe that your flow is going to be right and you are going to get the answers perfectly right without any careless mistakes. Desire for gain. So I want you to approach this exam, and trust me, I'm speaking with a lot of experiential authority. Expect that question and go to the exam, and that question is going to come. Expect that from this syllabus which you're absolutely thorough with is going to come in the exam, and it is going to be there in the question paper. So the more and more you cultivate this ability to approach it with a desire for gain, shunning your fear of loss, you are going to find this positive thinking manifesting itself in the way you approach your exams. 3. The examiners who will eventually correct your answer papers, they correct more than 100 answer papers per day. So for them, a nightmare is a badly presented answer paper, and their greatest delight is a very well presented answer paper. For example, the difference between an examiner giving you 4.5 out of 5 and giving you 5 out of 5 is the presentation of your answer. So what I would suggest is, it is not enough that you write the right answers, you present the right answers. The presentability of those answers are very, very important. Ensure the margins are maintained. ensure between two answers you are able to draw a line distinctly separating one answer from the other. If possible, underline the key points. Just those little detailing on how you present the answers in the exam will go a long way on how the examiner, who eventually corrects your paper, views your answers. So do not overlook the presentation of your answers are as important as the answers themselves. Just for example, as you're watching, suppose there is a big patch of dirt here. You will not even concentrate on what I am telling you. You will be distracted by the patch of dirt that is there in my kurta. Same is the case with an examiner. How you present the answers is going to change the mood with which they correct the answers itself, and it's going to go a long way in the entire process of how your answers are going to be evaluated. 4. Do not search the entire question paper with a mindset, which are the questions for which I don't know the answers. In fact, first go through the question paper and start answering all the answers which you are thorough with. See, what happens is the first few answers that you write almost builds the mindset of the evaluator on how they see the rest of the answer paper. So when you get your first few answers, which you are thoroughly sure about, and when you get that right and you earn the excitement of the one who is evaluating your answer paper, then the entire flow of how they correct the rest of the answer paper dramatically changes. So ensure that when you go through, maybe you'll start with the 20-mark questions, 5-mark questions, 2-mark questions. Depends on where you are reasonably confident, but ensure that the first few answers in your answer paper are the best answers that you believe you can present, and it makes an enormous amount of difference. 5. Very important. After you finish an exam, please do not discuss your answers with your classmates. Please do not discuss your answers when you come back home. Please do not discuss your performance with your tuition teachers, because you cannot do anything about the exam that you have already written. Any discussion on the subject which demoralizes you, maybe you realize that here you made a mistake or here you had a goof, can emotionally affect you so much. Nothing can be done about the examination that's already over. So much can be done about the next examination. But when you get emotionally drained about a performance that is already over, it will show up on your subsequent performance. I always tell people, yesterday was over yesterday. Draw a line to your past. The examination that you have just finished is over. Draw a line to it. Now focus your entire time, effort and energy on the examination that is ahead of you and start focusing on this. Please do not let the performance of one examination affect the performance of the next examination. Shift the focus there. Maybe you went thinking you will get centum. Maybe now you realize you made one careless mistake and it's only going to be 99. But please understand, your focused attention still will get you 100 in the next examination, in the next paper, in the next subject. But if you let this 99 affect you too much, and this diffidence may make you perform another careless mistake in the next examination, leaving you at 98, when you could have been 99 in this paper and 100 out of 100 in the next. So go for it. So do not discuss the performance of one examination after the examination is over. Focus your entire time, energy and effort on the subsequent examination. 6. I want you to believe that you are a big match player. You know what a big match player is? Ask most of the top performers and all of them will say, beyond how I performed in my midterm exams, quarterly exams, revision test, my best came out actually in the final exams. These are called big match players. Some of the best cricketers in the world, greater the occasion, better their performance. I want you to start believing you are a big match player. And the more and more you start believing you're a big match player, you will not think that your performance in these examinations are going to be related to how you performed in the earlier examinations, but you will surpass your own expectations. Your past is not equivalent to your future. So I want you to program yourself with all the confidence. Deep inside your heart should beat, I am a big match player, and here is the big match that's coming. And I want you to believe your best is going to express itself in these examinations. 7. I want you to believe there is a force beyond you and me. There is a force. And if there is ever a time to evoke that force to carry you through, by whatever name you call it, Christ, Krishna, Rama, Mahavira, Ganesh, God, by whatever name you call it, Allah, whatever name you call it, but there is a force beyond you. Forget about all your intellectual curiosity. Simply put, evoke the divine presence just before you open your pen or you turn your question paper. Just invest that 1 minute to close your eyes. In whatever way you understand prayer is, pray. Seek the divine presence. Ask Him, ask her to carry you through this phase. And trust me, it's going to have such a calming effect on you. And just that it has a calming effect on you will help you to maintain your composure during the exam and express yourself through. Evoke the divine presence. Believe you're a big match player. Operate out of desire to gain. Do not look back at the performance of your earlier examination, but look ahead. Ensure that the presentation of the answers are as important as the answers itself. Focus on getting your first few answers right. And then grope with all the other questions. Operate out of this confidence that this is just another landmark on that large journey of your life where you are going to make it very big in life. So have faith in Him. Have faith in you. And go and give your best. And I am absolutely confident you are going to come out in flying colors. I will meditate for you, and my silence will come with each one of you during this examination. I'll wait for an email from you. Whenever you finally get your answer sheets, please write to me and say that yes, you proved that you are a big match player and this is your performance. Share your good news with me. Love you so much. Once again, wishing you most and more. Thank you.
Feeling Thy presence, feeling Thy grace, feeling Thy radiance. You are my source of faith and strength. You are my path and destination, and I'm always connected to you. Nothing of me and everything of you. Lead me higher, lead me deeper.